everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Clarabelle. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I am doing absolutely very well. So today I'm going to be sharing something really very interesting. You will need this. You come back and thank me later. Trust me. Okay, so if you want to know those few things, let's get started. So in today's video, the first thing you should ask somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with, someone you want to say I do to, is to ask the person, what is your vision? I wish love was enough for a relationship. I wish love was enough for marriage. But unfortunately, love is not enough. You need more than love to stay locked down with that man for the rest of your life. Instead of ignoring those red flags, those things you quite don't think you can tolerate at this point, and you're like, I think I will change him when I get married. That's one thing we always do, try to change the other person. I'm going to change her when we get married. I'm going to change her. She's not going to be like this for the rest of her life, like me. I will change her. I will turn her to what I want her to be, or what he wants me to, what I want him to be. So now is the best time to talk about it. When I met my husband, that was the first thing I asked. I said, Clarabelle, what is your vision? What did I even say? Yeah, but I told him, I had a clear vision. I have a clear understanding of what I wanted for my life. Like, I wasn't just going to settle for anybody. So I knew that when my husband asked me what I wanted for my future, or what I wanted for my life, what are my life vision, and I told him what I want for my life, what kind, the vision that I have for my future and the future of my children. And he talked about his own vision as well. We had a clear understanding. When my husband spoke to me, I saw him, I just knew that he has a very, very clear picture of what he wants for his life. For me, that was very key to me. I wasn't just going to settle. If you're one person that just want to settle for, let's just see how it goes. If you ask a man or a lady, and when you ask that person and the person cannot give you an answer of what they want, what their vision is in life, girl, I think you should think about it. And boy, I think you should definitely think about it before you say I do. Because of course, a person without a vision is just like an empty barren. It's not like it's he or she is an empty barren. If he can't tell you what he wants for his life in the next 5 years, 10 years, you have to really think about it. If you ask the man and his vision is telling you, let's just see, let's see how it goes. So I don't know, wherever life takes us to. I know, life happens, but you have to have a vision for yourself. Think about just waking up in the morning and jumping into your car without any destination. You're going to drive and drive and drive, and when you get tired, what's going to happen? You're going to come back. What you've just done at that moment is that you've wasted your time, your energy, your resources, your gas. That's how I see it. That's how I see vision as. If you're just driving without no destination, you're going to get exhausted. You have no destination, and you're going to waste your time in life. So you have to have a sense, a clear sense of what you want out of life. So number 2, you want to also ask him, does your vision and his vision align together? Recently, I was talking to one of my friends, and she was telling me about a story of this couple that at that time, we're about to dissolve their relationship. Asked me why, and she was like, girl, come and see what happened. What do you think of this? I was like, okay, bring it on, because I like Jesus. I was like, tell me, what's up, what was going on? And she said, can you believe that this guy wanted to divorce this lady and they've been married now? I think they got married like a year or 2 years ago. And the girl was a teacher when this guy met this girl. Yeah, she was a teacher. And the guy was cool with it, but when he got married, that's what I tell you, he wanted to change the girl's profession, wanted to change her into becoming what he envisioned for himself. I think he already envisioned that he was going to marry a medical doctor. So when they got married, he told the girl, girl, you need to change your profession, because I don't like the fact that you're a teacher. I don't think teacher earn a lot of money, for us to sustain the kind of life that I want to live. Listen, I want to live. So the girl's like, I don't see myself being a doctor. That's a great profession, and I also appreciate my own profession. I feel this is what I'm passionate about. It's a great profession, and I love what I do. Absolutely love what I do. And the guy was like, okay, you have to be a doctor if you want to still get married, if you want to stay married to me. And the girl was like, I can't do it. I don't even have the capacity. I don't have the mental capacity to be a doctor. I have never envisioned myself as a doctor. I love absolutely what I do. And the guy was serious, and he said, no. Hello? What were you thinking? You knew I was a teacher, so you thought you were going to change me into becoming what I'm not. It just got me thinking, these things really happen. It is so important that you talk about it. Are you okay with the kind of profession that I'm doing? Don't get married to me and expect me to change overnight. Like, no, it's not going to happen. Moving right along, number 3 for me is gender expectation. You know, sometimes we expect a lot from the other person. In this generation where I feel like you guys really need to talk about it in this generation. And I will tell you why I said that. In my generation, like not my generation, I'm still very young, but I am from a very, very traditional background. I'm a very traditional person. There was never a question of me asking my husband, oh, would you cook today? And you cook, we have to do a timetable for, you know, to showcase what days you're going to be cooking and the days I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to cook this week, you're going to cook next week. I cook, I take care of, I'm from a very traditional background. I know he knows his place and I know my place. I've never had an issue about cooking. I cook, I enjoy cooking for my family. I enjoy doing the things that I have to do as a mom. I would never take my husband's responsibility. He knows his responsibility as a man, and if he feels that responsibility. So, but I feel like it's an issue for this generation. You, both of you, need to sit down and talk. What do you ask him questions? What do you think of me, you know, jumping into the kitchen to cook for me? We have to have a timetable because I'm not going to be cooking all day. Yeah, my nails are I'm just joking, but I'm not going to be cooking all week. I'm not going to be cooking all day. You're going to help me. We're going to do a timetable. We're going to do a timetable where we can be, you cook this week and I'll cook next week, you know, just to be on the safe side, and see if he buys the idea. Don't marry him. Maybe he's a very, very traditional person and you go marry him and you're telling him that he has to cook 1 week. Nah, it's going to be a big problem. I have no issue, so we never talked about it. I know my place and he knows his place, you know, so do what works for you. But I feel like in this generation it's very important because everybody believes in total equality. And the other one is, another expectation is, if you're naturally the kind of woman that wants to be a stay-home mom, you don't want to work, you just want to be a stay-home mom and raise your kids, absolutely fine, which is a great thing. To be a stay-home mom is not even an easy job. It's not, you know, it's not something I take for granted. It's such a hard job. But if that's what you want for yourself, be open enough to tell the guy, like, see, when I get married, my intent in life is that when I get married, I want to be able to stay home with my children, and, you know, I want to be able to do take care of my kids at home, make sure that I want to be totally involved in their life, their homeworks and all of that stuff, which is great. If it's someone that doesn't believe in you staying at home, he believes that you have to bring, you know, work and also, you know, contribute financially to the family, then you have to really talk about this. You need to ask him, you know, honey, sweetie, what do you see? How do you see this thing? I want to be a stay-home mom. I intend to be a stay-home mom when I get married. I want to focus on our children. So what do you think about this? Are you against it, or are you for it? So let him know. Let him tell you, oh, okay, I think it's fine with me. I also have the same belief. I want you to be a stay-home mom. Don't get married and start telling him, me, I wanted to be a stay-home mom right from time. I wanted to be a stay-home mom. So yeah, we are married now. That's what I want. You have to be the man. You have to. So if he's not that kind of person, it's going to be an issue. The same thing applies to a man. You, as a man, want a woman that is not a professional. You want a stay-home wife that will just be in the house and you can climb the ladder and she can just be in the house and be raising the kids. You need to ask, honey, how do you see this? I believe that a woman should be at home and take care of the kids. That's how I want my wife to be. How do you see? I mean, does this work for you? Is this something you can tolerate? If you see that's something that you really appreciate, then yeah, you're on the right track. But if you guys don't talk about it and you as the guy feel like your wife should be a stay-home mom and you never told her, you know she's working, you know she's a professional person, she's a woman of substance, she doesn't believe that because I'm married to you, my life's to be cut short, my star should just die all of a sudden, I can't work, I can't shine, you just want me to be at home, and you just decide to marry her and expect that you're going to change her eventually, it's going to be a problem. I've heard marriages that break up because strictly because of that, not because they don't love each other. That's why I told you that love is not just enough to sustain a relationship. It takes more than that. You know, all these butterflies and all of that. This is reality right now. So I think that this is the best time. It's a lockdown season. There's no, I'm busy. Oh, we've not had time. We didn't have time to talk about it because we're always both busy. So we didn't have time to sit down and talk about it. Girl, boy, now is the time. No job, nothing. This is the right time to talk about this. Okay. So moving right along. The other one is also your finances. You guys have to strategize, talk about, put it on the table. If you both are working at that time, for me, I wasn't working when I got married to my husband, so I didn't feel the need to ask him about our finances. If he was going to talk about it, it should come from him, because I was in school at that time and it was at a place financially in his life where he was comfortable at that time. So I didn't feel the need to ask him about his finances, but I knew what he does. I knew his job. I knew that he's a professional. Okay. So, yeah, but I didn't ask him how much he was making. How are we going to, how are we going to take care of our finances? But I feel like it's very important that both of you, if you both are young and you're both in school or you're working right now and you guys want to settle, these are the things you should be talking about. Ask him, honey, how are we going to, when we get married, how are we going to manage our resources, our finances? Let him tell you how, let him bring his own idea, and both of you share your own ideas on how you guys are going to manage your resources and finances. Let me tell you, finance is one of the deal breaker in marriages. It is one of the biggest big deal breaker in relationships. Some men don't play with their money. Some women don't play with their money. They can divorce their husband because of their money. The same thing goes for some men. Hey, so these are the things you should find out. You see, and another thing why you should find out is, does he see money as his God? You don't want to marry a man that sees, or a woman that sees money as God. They can divorce you in the next minute. When it comes to their money, their eyes say, oh my, owó mi tí mo ṣiṣẹ́ fún, hey, owó mi, my money, egom, all these things I'm saying is money. So you need to talk about it. Just, on a serious note, you guys should talk about it, because you want to know what works for you. I don't believe, if he believes in joint accounts and you don't believe in joint account, wahala go dey, there will be problem. If you also believe that you guys can manage your money in different ways, okay, you guys should put heads together and talk about what ways will fit your marriage. Each is own. There are other ways, there are other strategy that you can apply in your marriage, as long as both of you are very, very transparent about your finances, because that's number one key. Sit together and do what works for both of you, because at the end of the day, it's all about both of you. But talk about your finances. And the last one that I want to talk about, also talk about how many kids you want to have. How many kids do you want to have? Okay, if you want 5 kids and he wants 2 kids, and you guys don't talk about it before you get married, it's going to be a problem. Trust me, it's going to be a problem, because at the end of the day, you want 2 kids and he wants 5 kids, and you're like, when you guys get married and don't talk about these things, then you tell him, I wanted 2 kids too, and he say, I want 5 kids. For my husband and I, it was very clear, he didn't want a lot of kids, he wanted 2 kids, and he was straight about it. And when he told me 2 kids, I'm like, are you Nigerian? Like, you cannot be Nigerian. Are you sure you're Nigerian? Because I've never seen a Nigerian man that just wants 2 kids. But my husband is not, he doesn't believe in having too many kids. So he believed in just 2 kids. And it kind of worked out. For me, I never wanted to marry a boring man. A boring man. Like, I would never marry a man that doesn't have a good sense of humor. Like, would not make me laugh. That would just be boring. When you come to the house, his face like, He never laughs. People don't even want to come to my house because of him. I love life. If there's something you should ask my husband about me, even when he will tell you, my wife, she likes life. I like to explore things. I like to travel. I like to do things. I like to live. Basically, I don't like waiting. You know how some people say, let me wait till I get me. I want to start living my life because life is too short. Life is too short. I like to live my life. My husband will tell you, my wife likes enjoyment. Okay, so I love life. So I also wanted a man that loves life. My husband is not all the way out there that he likes life, or I'm not like I'm out there, no, but I love to enjoy with my family. The important, I love to enjoy with my family. I like to travel. I just love life. I'm a very, very happy person. I love to dance. I just love to have fun. So if those are the things that you enjoy doing as a person, and you go marry a man that is boring, when you're talking to him, he'll be doing his glasses like this. Yeah, what did you say? And his newspaper, he'll be like, what are you saying? And he's just there. You're saying something, he's not even, you're dancing, he can't dance. He's just such a boring person. You'll be depressed in that marriage. I wouldn't see myself. My husband is a very goofy person. He can play, but he's not also not a person that is very outgoing. He likes his quiet time. He's very introspective. He's a very introspective person. He likes his quiet time a lot. So I respect that. But he knows that I like goofiness. I like to play. I like to do other things. And he's also open to read. He's also open to explore with me and do all kinds of stuff with me. So I am that kind of person. I don't like dulling. Nobody should dull me. I don't like dulling me. I can't marry a boring man. A man that will not laugh. He will just be there. He would carry newspaper and be reading. No. First of all, when I first got married to my husband, one thing that really got me scared when I came to his house the first time, from Nigeria, I'm like, hey, I saw his library. My husband loves to read. I saw his library, and he has all sort of books in it. And I was like, Chineke me, am I going to... Equibala, are you going to be reading and reading? This is what I want to do. I love to read, but I also like to have fun. I don't like reading. I cannot even lie. So I'm like, which kind of thing is this one? Is this what this man is going to bring me into this house to start reading? Am I a professor? Am I a professor? And but he also loves to read because my husband is he loves to read. He loves to investigate. He loves a lot of things. So he loves education. So, but he's also very open to be flexible with me and also play. He's a very fun person. Anyone that I've come in contact with my husband, they will tell you, my husband is a very goofy person. He plays around. So I was happy that he has a great sense of humor. Oh my goodness. That's one thing that makes me happy with my husband. He has a great sense of humor. Number one key. This is the end of my video, and I hope you find this video very interesting. If there are other things that you think I didn't talk about in this video, and you also want others to know about it, to ask about it based on your experience. And like I said, I've been married 13 years, and I feel like I'm still learning, because you never graduate from this institution called marriage. So I'm still learning, but these are the crucial things that I feel like people should talk about before they say I do to the love of their life. Be very open, be very practical. Don't go into that relationship with the mindset that you're going to change the other person. Okay? So, and also at the end of the day, if this guy we're talking about or this lady doesn't feel into those boxes, check into the boxes that we just talked about, it's still fine. It's very okay. Just know that the only thing that keeps marriage is not just the love. Love is good, but compromise and sacrifice. Are you willing to let go of all those red flags and compromise with him and sacrifice all of that, and just see beauty outside all of those things that we just talked about? If that's what you want to do, that is fine. But what I don't want you to do is to go into marriage thinking you're going to change the other person to fit your standard. Okay, that's why you should ask all of these questions. And I hope this video you find it very interesting. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like my content, please do subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Until then, remain safe, and you know that I love you guys as always. Bye.